National Museum, a scientific institution. The National Museum conducts basic research programs combining integrated laboratory and fieldwork in anthropology and archaeology, botany, geology, and zoology. It maintains reference collections on these disciplines and promotes scientific development in the Philippines. The main purpose is to collect objects and materials for cultural, religious, and historical importance, preserve them, research into them, and present them to the public for the purpose of education and enjoyment. Spolarium by Juan Luna is a Latin word referring to the basement of the Roman Colosseum, where the fallen and dying gladiators are dumb and devoid of their worldly possessions. In the center of Luna's painting are fallen gladiators being dragged by Roman soldiers. The embers of Philippine history are as colorful as the Filipinos' regards for Philippine visual arts. Historically, the Spolarium was a remarkable painting which was submitted by the young and genius Juan Luna at the Exposición Nacional de Bellas Artes in the capital city of Spain in 1844. In addition, these slaves on this world-renowned painting of Juan Luna were physically stripped of their clothing in order to gratify the devilish contempt of those Roman oppressors. Conversely, the Spolarium of Juan Luna was sold for 20,000 pesetas to the Potassium Provincial de Barcelona. Sabong, painting by Vicente Manansala. Even though back then there is no technology, we still find a way to entertain us. One of them is called the Sabong, and this is located on National Museum Gallery. The Assassination of Governor Bustamante by Juan Luna, the largest known work by Luna's contemporary and friend Felix Resurrection Hidalgo. Outside the entrance of the hall are two large wood reliefs by national artist Napoleon V. Abueva, assisted by Renato Roa and Jose Mendoza. National artist Guillermo E. Tolentino dominated Filipino sculpture in the 1920s to 1970s and the decades beyond, particularly in the field of portraiture and human forms. He worked in the classical style and mainly used plaster and metal to create his sculptures. His work and memorabilia presented here are in collaboration with the Tolentino family along with Security Bank President Frederick D., Judy Araneta Rojas, Ernesto and Araceli Salas, and Nestor Hordin. Model for the Commonwealth Triumphal Arch was supposed to be one of the iconic monuments in Manila, similar to the Arc de Triomphe de l'Étoile in Paris, France. But the project was never continued. It was supposed to commemorate a years of Filipino lobbying for the independence of the Philippines to be recognized. Capas by Demetrio Diego shows soldier resting on bamboo beds after walking the Bataan Death March. With the outbreak of World War II, Philippine artists depicted scenes that expressed conflict and suffering during this era. Work in this gallery portrayed the Imperial Japanese occupation from 1941 to 1945, the liberation of Philippines by American and Filipino forces, and the destruction of Manila. Lumbo Lumbo by Ramon Orlina. Ramon Orlina is a Filipino, Asian, modern, and contemporary sculptor who was born in 1944. Ramon Orlina's work has been offered at auctions multiple times, with realized price ranging from $1,682 to $59,709 depending on the size and medium of the artwork. As one of the seminal scions of Philippine modern sculpture and the sole progenitor of Philippine glass sculpture, it is given that the title of National Artist of the Philippines must be bestowed on Ramon Orlina. Sadly, he dissuades the time ever coming for him. Diwata by Guillermo Tolentino. Created after Guillermo Tolentino returned from his studies in the US and Europe. His Jericho G statue is an example of how the sculpture intended to forsake that sculptural tradition could not. It is a reminder that the Philippine artist continued to accept commissioned private work despite his then newly acquired fame. This work also recasts Tolentino's Winged Victory, sculpture that surmounts the pillar of his Bonifacio monument in Caloocan City, which he completed in 1933, embellishing the Reyes family mausoleums in Malolos, Bulacan. It continued to establish the sculpture's mastery in classical sanctuary. The statue was a gift from the heirs of Imagones S. Reyes and Dora Tapon Reyes to the Filipino people. Thus is now in the safekeeping of the National Art Gallery or National Museum. Manila Cathedral. The cathedral was originally the Church of Manila, officially established in 1571 by a secular priest Fray Juan de Vivero, the mother of all churches, cathedrals, and basilicas of the Philippines. The Manila Cathedral Basilica is the primary church of the Philippines. Because of all the churches in the archipelago, it was one chosen to become the cathedral in 1581. When the Philippines was separated from the Archdiocese of Mexico, it became a new diocese with the episcopal seat in Manila. As the Church of Manila, it was established by the secular priest Juan de Vivero in 1571 under the patronage of Mary La Purísima El Inmaculada Concepcion. Father Vivero was given the special privilege and sole faculty of the Archbishop of Mexico to take care of the spiritual welfare of the new Philippine colony. Palacio del Gobernador. The Palacio del Gobernador, or Palace of the Governor, is a government building located in Intramuros, Manila, Philippines. Located across the Plaza de Roma and built in its current form in 1976. At present, the building houses the Intramuros Administration, the Commission of Election, and the Home Development Mutual Fund National Capital Region Office. It also previously housed of the Bureau of Treasury until it relocated across Plaza de Roma to Ayuntamiento de Manila. The site of the present building was where the former residence of the Governor-General during the Spanish colonial era was located until an earthquake destroyed it in June 3, 1863. The Malacanang Palace then became the Governor-General's official residence. The building's exterior was used in the Chuck Norris film Delta Force 2 for a scene set in Rio de Janeiro during a Brazilian Carnival parade. The Ayuntamiento de Manila is a building located at the corner of Andres Soriano Avenue, formerly Calle Aduan and Cabildo Street, fronting Plaza de Roma in Intramuros, Manila, Philippines, also known as Casas Consistoriales, as well as nicknamed as Marble Palace. The Ayuntamiento was the seat of Manila City Council, which consisted of 2 alcaldes or city leaders, 8 judges, a clerk, and a chief constable, destroyed in World War II and reconstructed thereafter. The building now houses the offices of the Bureau of the Treasury.
and a quarter of us to be mathematically
Walk out
accurate.
of this room, Oscar. Do not walk out of
What
this
if
room.
I die tomorrow?
You're not going to die tomorrow.
Dad didn't think he was gonna die tomorrow either.
It's not gonna happen to you.
How do
Dad, I haven't even accepted your friend's request and you hacked me. And on top of that, you made comments on Faisal and Tariq's post pretending to be me? Why?
It was a funny comment, right? I knew it. I could not resist.
You must pay the rent.
Oh, who will pay my rent?
I will pay the rent. Of course I will. I'm the hero.
They can imitate you, but they can't duplicate you. Cause you got something special that makes me wanna taste you. I want it all day long, I'm addicted like it's wrong. I want it.
Waray-waray, hindi tatakas. Waray-waray, handang matodas. Waray-waray, bahala bukas. Waray-waray, manigas.
Select I swear make you kind of match up the speaker. Great day, beat off a dodger. Interselector.
Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks ring back at the memories of everything we've been through.
I've become so numb, I can't feel you there. Become so tired, so much more aware. Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all I have?